Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land reloaded up today, and as you can see, we have got Divine King Wu up, soft bone breaks armor, sealing with low health. So I was waiting for Wu. This here's actually just one of the costumes coming out for looking for that as well. So we do have the pull event for her. So we're going to go over that. We've also got a cool summer event, which is exceedingly, and I mean exceedingly good. This is probably, I would have to say, this is probably the best event. This even beats the Forge events. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. And it's because of what it's offering, and also because it answers a few questions that I have had concerning the future of the game. But let's go ahead and jump into the obvious options that we've got here. So we've got the standard Wu event. So this is a standard event. There's nothing really different about this. Just go ahead and make sure that you do the actual hunting ground to get the tickets. You get 5 tickets right here, so that you have those for the pools. You definitely want to get your hands on those. And of course, there's also going to be the actual gems themselves, the pools themselves that are in the actual, I don't think they're in the resource sale. They're exceedingly expensive though. So just keep that in mind when you do actually get them. Yeah, here's the 15. It's 9,000 diamonds. Okay, so but you need it. This is the 15 with the 5 that you get. There's your 20. So give me 2 pools just like always. Nothing different. This is exactly like it is. The only thing that's of course changed is the Soul Master Exchange is now a 3 character chest instead of a 2 character chest because Wu has been added. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pool. We finally got the answer that everybody's been waiting for. It looks like they're going to continue with Soul Master options where you'll be able to pull on all of the Soul Masters as new ones come out. So if you're still working on Tang San or if you're still working on Ma, you can actually do that, or you can go for Wu. I'm already completed Tang San. I'm going to go ahead and start going for Wu because, as I've said before several times, Wu is going to be replacing Evil Eye. So this is what I'll be pulling. I'll be starting to pull on Wu and Tang San will be my focus, at least for the until we can. It's going to take a little while to get Wu positioned up, and that's in fact because of the sets, the bone sets, are just exceedingly difficult to get. There's really, I'm hoping they'll speed that up. I mean, I still haven't completed a set for Tang San yet, but yeah, it's so making things a little bit difficult. But we don't need to put an SP set on him. We can put another set. We can put SS plus. We could put another set on him. It's not like super critical that we get the SP sets, but I would prefer to do that. But in the meantime, we can just put on the set that Evil Eye's wearing. Okay, so we've got Wu here. Excellent graphics, as you can see. Still got a rabbit ears there, just like at the beginning. Soft bone breaks armor, and then sealing with low health. So you've got to start taking a look at the actual characters and seeing what they do, because they've changed from what the original character was and from what Tang San was. He went from ranged to he's now melee. His final form is a melee version. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind when you're building your teams to make sure that you don't overstep whatever it is you're looking for. So we've got Wu. Okay, Wu's a straight attacker. Okay. And she's physical attack, which she's pretty much always been that. So there's really nothing different from her. She's always been melee, and she's going to continue to be melee. I'm running 3 melee characters. Well, actually 2 melee characters and a tank. So I guess that's technically 3 melee. But so yeah, I'm going to continue with that with Wu. So she'll be the one that I'm actually going for in this pool, and we'll do some pulls for her. Okay, but we're going to come back to that. We'll do those last. Okay, what I really want to talk about is this cool summer event. This is it answered a question, and it answered a big question I had was, are there going to be chests for characters, SP characters? And the answer to that question is yes, they are, and it looks like they're going to be attainable. Like for instance, right here, you can get a buttload of Ma and Tang Sand shards. Okay, these are obtainable through Slaughter City, Arena, and Grandmaster. Those are all events that you do on a daily basis if you're doing your dailies, and you can get. This is just one day. I got 101 of these in one day, and this is a 3-day event. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of shards for Tang San, because he's the one I'm building. Okay, Wu's not in here, so you don't have to worry about that. But this is really, really good. So it answers that question. But here's something even better. I have to find it here. It might be in here. No, I don't think it's in here because it's involving those. No, it's not in here. Not there. There it is. Nope, not there. These are all coin limited. Right here. This is it right here. 999 Phoenix Divine Bloods. Okay, that's a lot of Divine Blood. Okay, and as we've just said in our last video, Divine Blood, when they had a Forge event, and stuff like that, you wait for it to convert. This is 999 of them, plus 4,500 diamonds. So that's a really good. That's a really, 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 really reasonable 74 of the I think they're lemonades. Iced sodas, actually. There's 74 of these, and considering I got 101 in one day, okay, so on the space of 3 days, I'm probably going to get about 300 of them. Okay, so get this, and you'll still, if you want to get a bunch of shards, which is what I'm of course going to do because I want to start working on Tang San's Divine Skill. That's one way to do it, but it's got some other stuff in here. It's got broadcast. If you're looking for actual, these are the items that you use if you want to actually get the sets and stuff, costumes. So that's really, really, really good. Okay. There's some other stuff in here if you don't need any Divine Blood. They've got the cores and whatnot. A lot of them, 2,000 and 3,600. These are the reason this is so nice is you buy these. Never seen these offered free ever. They're always got a price on them, which is why you see them at 99. So it's pretty high up there. But if you want to get it, it's a chance to get to use the items and get some suits. But it's up to you. But this is a really, really good event, and I'm really glad that it answered the question because I'd really been aching because I wasn't really sure if they were ever going to be offering shards in an SP chest. And now we've seen SP chests, and we've seen them where you don't have to pay money for them. So this leads to maybe, possibly, in the future, we might actually see something in a theater. It's possible. We might actually see something in here, maybe. It's, as you can see, that the triple S is in here. It's only a 3 choose chest, so it's only got Evil Eye. So it's got Dai, the Shark, and Ling Ling are the only 3 inside of there because those are the first 3 characters. Okay, so what I'm really hoping is if they stick a 3 SP chest in here, it will be Tang San, Ma, and Wu, 2 of the characters that I'm hoping to build. Okay, so I'm really happy that Wu's came early. Okay, I was pretty sure she was going to be the 3rd character because I was getting the vibe that she was going to be. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So that's what we're going to be. So we're going to be going for Wu. But yeah, this is a really good event. Okay, so definitely want to participate in this. Make sure that you do your sweeps in your Slaughter City. Okay, reset this all 3 times and then sweep it. And you'll get some of the ice sodas. Okay, that's 100 for the first sweep, 200 for the next sweep. So make sure you clear it, get all of them that you can, and it's the same inside of the Grandmaster match. Okay, here in the soul combat. Make sure that you purchase all of the ones that you can. Okay. So make sure you max those out. It costs some diamonds, but it's worth it because you're guaranteed an ice soda whenever you win. Okay. So you should be able to win in one of these. It doesn't matter how low it is. It doesn't matter if it's the 692K. You're still get a soda if you win. Okay, even if it's just one soda. I've never gotten more than one soda. I've beat several 65s, 65 billions, and 70. I beat 170, 272 billions, and I only got one soda. So it's only one soda, but you're guaranteed to get it each time you win. So make sure that you do win. If you're unsure, go to somebody else that you're sure to win. Just for now, just to get the soda. Don't worry too much about getting the points and climbing up. Focus on getting the sodas. So purchase all the ones that you can and maximize those out, okay? And do the same thing tomorrow and do the same thing on the next day, okay? And that's where you're going to be getting a lot of your sodas at, okay? Is from the Slaughter City and the arena and from the actual Grandmaster match, Slaughter City Arena. Okay, Grandmaster match, Slaughter City Arena. Remember that. Grandmaster match, Slaughter City Arena. Okay, make sure you do all of the ones that you can. Okay, so I'm going to come up with about 300. I would think since I got 101 today, that should be enough to get the 999 Divine Phoenixes, and the 4,500 gem switches in that, which is nice too because we just spent 9,000 on those shards or on the pools, and then of course. With all the extras, I'll be purchasing SP chests. That's what I want to focus on and start building up Tang San. And hopefully we'll see a 3-position chest within a couple of months that'll have Wu in it. So I'm really happy that Wu's a 3rd character, so that means I have a really good chance of getting them built up pretty quickly. Because in the end, that's what it amounts to. So that's where we're at. They've also got a God trial up. Of course, take part in this. This is a server event. The God's Gift up here is based on your server. Okay, we've always completed this, so I would assume that we'll complete it today. It just started today. We've already jumped up to that, and I've already done some. I've already wiped out a few of these, but make sure you do them all because it actually has a fairly decent. As you can see, I've already got all of the Avatar Essence, got all of the Awakening points, and I'm starting to going to start working on the actual cultivation packs and start working on the Devil Bone. And then any leftover, I will go ahead and start focusing on these. But it's a pretty good thing, and the rewards up in the top here, up in the actual God's Gifts here. These are pretty good too. Once you start getting up here, you can start getting some stuff, and I think this needs to be changed. I think that should be a little bit nicer. That's not very helpful to us, but this is an old event, so it's one of the things you have to do. You have to keep checking the shops because they start changing stuff around, so it's difficult to say at this point. So let's go ahead and do the pools for Wu. So what we're have to do is we're going to have to switch Soul Masters so we can go back to Tang San, like I say, if we wanted to, but we don't. We want to start pulling on Wu because Wu is going to be our next project. Okay. Nothing changed in terms of the items. We've still got the exactly same. Exchange shop is still open. The exchange shop, of course, now has Wu in there, so I'm getting the vibe. And here's what I was talking about on the Forge event. These are the spirit enhancements. One. Okay. 1 for 60 coins. 61. You need 53 to level up one of the spirit avatars, and they're giving you 1. So that's why I said get them from that Soul Forge event, because it was so good. I mean, this is just a joke. Yes, you can get 80 of them, but nobody's gonna. You have to spend a lot of money to get the 80 out of here. I mean, a lot of money because you have to purchasing pools is what you're gonna have to be buying, because you have to do pools to get the exchange tokens. So you're gonna need to pull up a bunch of pools, and then just to get 180 times. I mean, yeah, that's not very good. They need to change that. Lower the amount probably, and increase the amount. Like maybe lower this to like just like 10 of them, and maybe put like, you know, uh, 10, or you can even put 20 or 30 at one time. But for 60, and consider the amount of stones it takes to actually advance the character. No, that's just a little bit skewed there in terms of what I think is actually fair, so to speak. So that's that. That's just the event. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do the pool. So I've got my 20. Okay, always want to do a 10 pool. You don't have to. There is no. Um, it's not like a special. Like in some places, if you pull a 10 pool, you're guaranteed. Like in the chest, if you pull a 10 pool, you're guaranteed to get an ice core, uh, or not ice core, but you're guaranteed to get some of the awakening stones and whatnot, things like that. Okay. Um, this is not the case. You really don't get anything special. Just by doing 10 at a time, it's just faster. So I haven't seen anything. So let's do the first 10 and let's see how much we get, if any. Okay, so we got I got 7 woos. So okay, so this is not a really good pool. Okay, this happens. Okay, nothing you can do about it. This is let's rate this one. 5 being excellent, 1 being poor. Okay, we got 7 shards, but we didn't get any. We didn't get any triple S shards here, did we? No. So I'd say this is probably a 1 or a 2. Um, Better than that one second pool we got back on the Tang San, which I got absolutely no shards for Tang San, and I got no shards for Wu, or for Hu in that one. Pew, none, none. It was all low tier rewards. So we got 7s, not bad. And then this one here is even worse. So actually, we did get 5 for Hu, yippee! But we only got 2 shards for this. Okay, so in the basis, we're going to end up not coming away with very much at all. But you could get a couple 50s in the next couple pools, and you'll have enough to get the character. That's just what it is, because they do have a 50 in here, but right here, it's a 2% chance, but it could happen. So go to the exchange shop. I was originally going to use the exchange shop and purchase more Tang Sand shards, but since there's a chest that I'm going to get in a bunch of his shards, I'm just going to go ahead and use this chest to actually get shards for Wu is what I'll use. I'll use the chest for Wu. So that's it. So not a good pool, but I'm really not in a rush to get her, guys. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do on Tang San. Not so much in terms of building, but just getting the basics set out for him. He's still a beast. As you can see, he's by far the most powerful on the team. I'm starting to max out the things. One good thing about this is since it maxed out at 4 yellow, that means I will no longer need to get soul rings. So it's possible that you can max out one of the characters by the time that you're at 1, and then you can start focusing on the other characters. Okay, so I'll no longer need to get soul rings for 3 characters. I'll just need to get soul rings for 2 characters, then 1 character. So it's not really that much of a difficult issue at all. Okay, so I'm assuming that they'll probably crank this up, and in the future it'll probably extend it. Although this is base armor that all the characters get, so it wouldn't be surprising. But just have to get the 119, I think it is. Yeah, 119. As we can see, I've got the stuff to do it. Okay, I'll be able to take this up fully when the time comes. I have to get some more of these, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm not to the level yet. I have to clear the next level before I'll be able to get the mats for this. But in terms of soul rings, done. His soul rings are complete. He'll be able to be maxed out, and then I can start focusing on the last couple of soul rings that I'm going to need for. Going to need for Wu, for Hu. I've already got 1 set done, so I just need the 1 set. So at this particular point, I need 186 times 3, so I'm almost there. I should be there in a day or 2, and once I do, I'll have enough to complete all Who will be done completely. She'll be fully maxed out. Tang San will be 3 of them will be maxed out, and then the one hits to have to get up to 119. And as you can see, I'm at almost at 170. So it's going to be a little bit while before that one, but I'll have the mats for it. I just won't be able to actually do it. Okay, and then I can start rolling over to. I'm going to start stockpiling shards for Wu and working on In Ming at the same time, because I want to get In Ming up, because In Ming's going to be rolling into the support team, as will Eva. They'll be rolling into support. By the time this is all done, both of my first and second team will be Triple S, and SP characters. So I'm very close to that being done right now. And then once I get Wu, we'll start working on Wu, and then start saving up for the replacement for Inming, which I'm assuming we'll have a tank somewhere in the SP. And I'm assuming it'll be an awesome tank, would be my assumption. And that'll be, so that's the future. But it's a pretty good plan, I think. So that's what we're going to continue to go on at this particular point. So Wu's up. Keep an eye on this. Cool Summer. Remember, this is a 3-day event. Not usually when they have these festivals, they last for like 9 days. This is not that. Okay, this is a 3-day festival. Okay, and that's one of the reasons that I think the rewards are so really nice, is because they're only going to give it for 3 days. Okay, but you can get up to 300 or so of these from this event, 100 each day, and then of course after that it's just a matter of picking out what you want. I would go for some chests. Okay, and then I would definitely snatch up those 999 Phoenix Divine Blood. That's just a massive amount, and that's stuff that you're going to need for upper level enhancements. And it's really hard to get the Divine Blood, especially in that number. But getting 999 should hold you over. That should that's going to be several pieces that you're going to be able to fully max out. So yeah, definitely something that you might want to focus on, and it's really cheap considering how many of them they can get. But if you don't need any Divine Blood, if you've got a bunch of Divine Blood, if you've got like 1,000 or so Divine Blood and you don't need it, then go for the shards. Okay, that would be a really good choice. Grabbing a bunch of shards for Tang San or Ma. As I've said, the earlier the character is in the actual release, is the chance of getting it, higherly maxed out a little bit more faster than the others. Simply because chests for it are going to be available sooner, and we are going to have SP chests. So it looks like that's going to hold true for the future as well. Other than that, there's really nothing new going on, which, I mean, of course, considering we've got all this going on, it's not surprising. So all this will be going away in 3 days. So this will be gone in 3 days, and this will be gone in 3 days, and this will be gone in 3 days. So in 3 days, we're going to get a whole bunch of new stuff. So keep that in mind. But definitely go in there, get the shards, do the pulls. Keep focusing on the actual. So this will get me the 3rd piece. I'm almost there. I am at 978 hours. So I'll be hitting this in a couple of days, and I'll get that 3rd piece, which should open up the 4th piece. That's the hope. This right here. That's another reason I'm not in a rush to get Wu. I'm not going to be able to do much with their skills until they come up some way to get a little bit more of these, because these are the only ones that matter in the Soul Ring. For the skills, you need the 100K, as I've shown in a few of the videos. So I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot with their skills. I'm about halfway through Tang San skills. I think I got most of them at 3, one's at 4. So as you get them, you just throw them in. You really got to get high into the inside of the hunting ground. You've got to get really high up in here. I started noticing a difference right about here. This just reset, so I'm going to have to redo all these. Right in here is when you'll start noticing that you'll be able to get a little bit more of the 100K right here. Okay, I started to be able to get, I pulled probably 3 or 4 from before it reset. I have to get back up there now, but before it reset, yeah, this is where I was getting a lot of my rings from. So keep that in mind, and we'll see how that goes in the future. But yeah, so not a whole lot of luck, I would say. First pull was probably a 1.5, maybe. Second pull was a 1, so not good luck. Um, but it is what it is. You know, it's RNG. I'm sure there's people who probably pulled a character on these SPs in 2 pulls. Probably got really lucky with the 50s. Okay. I actually got, actually like on the final pull I did for Tang San, I ended up getting like 18 more shards than I needed of him. I was able to actually start working on his divine skill. Um, just from those shards because I pulled a 50 there on the last pull, which I really didn't need. But even when you don't need it, or it can still pop up. It's 2% and it's RNG, so it can throw at any time. Just generally not going to be that often. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. So not a whole bunch of luck today, but like I say, not in a rush for Woo at this particular point. Need to focus on finding ways to get SP soulbone sets. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw. You can throw other sets on them. It doesn't. It's not an SP. It's not required to put an SP set on them. Okay. If you take a look at Tang San here and look at his soulbones, see, I've got S's on him. Okay. So you don't need to have the SP ones. It'd just be nice, of course, because they are better. I've already maxed these out. But I really do want to get a full set because it's got a lot of good buffs on it. But really, the first 2 is what you want to get because that gives you that 60% attack increase. Okay, that's exceedingly important. So, but like I say, the only way I've seen so far to get the SP set is right here. Okay, this looks to be the only place I've seen it. They've had events for it. They have the Divine King event, but you have to pay money to get it. There is no Divine King shard. There are not even shards or anything in there. It's a good event because you can get some Phoenix Divine Blood, but you don't actually get the unit unless you pay for it. So I'm hoping these things will start opening up. I mean, I assume there'll be ways to get these items. Okay, I assume in events. I'm actually surprised there's not an SP item inside of this event. I mean, when I opened it up and I was scrolling down through it looking for it, and then I saw that there was all this really good stuff in here, 909, and this stuff which is pay only. I said, oh, there'll probably be an SP item in here that we can get a piece of SP set. And there isn't anything in here. Some more Spirit Advancement shards. So as you can see, they got a lot of good stuff in here. But does it appear to be an SP item in here that we can get? They're not going to put it in here. They're not going to make it that cheap. Event details consecutively charged. Nope. Nope. Did not put anything in here for us. But I assume in the future there'll be a real event where we can get a couple pieces. I would assume. They've been starting to open up the chests and whatnot, so I think we'll see that in the future. Either way, get in there and do the event. Make sure that you do this all 3 days for the cool summer so that you can get as many of the ice sodas as possible so you can claim as many of those chests and snatch up that Phoenix Divine Blood. Alright? So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. If you click on that bell, you get notified each time I drop a video. Ken Muir coming at you from the corner, signing out.